Hey, what's going on, guys? Zeryth here. So this is the first video So for today's video I'm going to be going over the Death Knight class and how to survive as a Death Knight in PvP situations. Now there's a lot of different things you can do as a Death Knight to survive. This patch there is a lot of survivability buffs that the Death Knight class received, one of which is the conversion buff. They nerfed the amount of runic power it costed, so now it's basically a second wind. You just have to spend 5 runic power per second, which isn't that bad. It used to be 10, but now it's only 5. So it's really good. But this guide I'm going to be going over some things that I use to survive in PvP situations like battlegrounds or arenas, or even in PvE situations. I'll show you a clip of what happened one time when I was on the Isle of Thunder, and I almost died, but I managed to get away from the guards. So I'll show you that video, but this will be a PvP survival guide, so hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Tip number 1. Use Chains of Ice. Chains of Ice will be your best friend in almost any PvP situation. It'll help keep distance between you and your enemy when you're low on health, and it'll allow you to use conversion if that is your main talent, and keep distance and still generate a lot of runic power. It is really great for generating runic power, even when you're not trying to keep distance. It's good to root your enemies if you went into Choblanes, and it's just a really annoying talent for every other class. It's one of the most OP spells in the game. So use Chains of Ice whenever you get the chance. It generates 20 runic power, which is amazing. So use Chains of Ice as much as you can. I can't stress that enough. Tip number 2. This tip is going to be about glyphs. Now the glyphs I usually run with aren't very set in stone. I just tend to run with what I feel I like for the scenario. Like if I'm facing a caster class like a mage, I'll use Glyph of Icy Touch to dispel harmful effects from the target. And I will change it to Glyph of Shifting Presences if I want to be able to switch between Blood Presence and Frost Presence. Now that's something you're not going to want to be afraid to do. So this helps you retain 70% of runic power when you use it. So I would always go with that, because if you're in a stressful situation and you really need to shift to Blood Presence so you take less damage and it increases your health, do it. That is a great way to keep you alive in a stressful situation. So here are my defensive macros for you guys that want to know what my macros look like to survive. I use this macro, which allows me to control my blood charges from my blood tap, and it allows me to control rune usage. If I have a killing machine and I need to use it on Obliterate, I have that macro. And if I'm in a dire situation, I'll just use a blood charge on Death Strike, and it allows me to use Death Strike when I really need that extra 7% health. And this macro allows me to spam Death Coil on myself, and it'll heal me back up to full if I do it right. Finally, when I'm using Death Pact, this is the macro I use for it. It basically heals me up to full, and it's a really good macro. So I'll put these macros in the description. Check them out. Now another glyph I like to go into is Glyph of Dark Succor. Now this is really good for battleground situations, because if you get a killing blow, you can use a free Death Strike and it'll heal you for at least 20% of your maximum health. So that's kind of like a victory rush for a warrior, and it's a really good glyph to go into if you're in a battleground. It's pretty good for rated battlegrounds too. I mean, I tend to run with it sometimes. But yeah, another glyph you can go into is Glyph of Icebound Fortitude. It reduces the cooldown of your Icebound Fortitude by 50%, but it reduces the duration by 75%. So it only lasts for like 3 or 4 seconds. I don't know the math right now, I don't feel like doing it. But it reduces the amount of time it is active for. So it's really only good for getting out of stuns, which, I mean, it's a trade-off. Whether you want to just use it to get out of stuns or use it for the damage reduction, it's up to you. But they are both pretty viable glyphs. Tip number 3. Don't overlay your cooldowns. Don't pop a bunch of cooldowns at one time just to get out of a situation where you're going to die. Because if you do that, once your cooldowns run out, you'll just die anyways. Whereas if you just popped, say, Icebound Fortitude, and then waited that duration, because it's got a damage reduction, then you can pop AMS, unless you're in dire need. If you are having a lot of problems, I created a panic macro just because I don't want to be pressing 10 buttons at once when I'm trying to attack and keep myself alive. So I'll show you guys that macro right now. It is slash cast Horn of Winter, slash cast AMS, slash use Malevolent Gladiator's Badge of Victory, slash cast Pillar of Frost, slash cast Empower Rune Weapon, slash use Dreadful Gladiator's Dreadplate Gauntlets, slash cast Vampiric Blood, and slash cast Rune Tap. Those are for blood. I'm using Frost now, but yes, don't overlay your cooldowns unless it's absolutely necessary. Even then I would say don't even do it, because you're going to need specific cooldowns for specific situations. And like I said, if you pop Icebound Fortitude, wait that duration, you'll probably still be alive. You can pop your AMS, and then say you're still dying, you can pop your Lichborne. Your AMS absorbs damage and also increases your runic power generation. And then if you're still running low on runic power, you can use Empower Rune Weapon and just spam Lichborne on yourself and heal yourself back up to virtually full. It's a great tactic that I like using, and not many people know about it. So that's a really good tactic I like to use. And final tip, tip number 5. If you see a situation that you feel like you won't be able to survive in, like if you see 5 or 6 guys running at you, don't go near them, just run away. Avoid the situation at all costs. Just play things smart. If you run into a bunch of guys, you'll probably die. But wait for your teammates, group up with them. They're probably your best allies in any situation. If you're doing a battleground or an arena, don't LOS your teammates, because if you're all alone, you will die. Now, I always have evasive tactics. I ended up going into engineering because it allows me to get out of situations I don't feel like I will be able to survive. And it does that by rocket boots, super fast, and then I can parachute out, or glide out. Clearly you can't see my glider now, but I'm gliding. So, yeah guys, that is the tip video. I will put some stuff in the description that I forget. I don't know if I will forget anything, but there's definitely other things out there that I would say you have to learn from experience. Just go out there, do some battlegrounds, take the tips that I gave you, and run with them. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, check the description. I will be putting a lot of things in the description if I forget them. So, don't forget to check the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. I'm probably gonna die. I've been gliding for a minute and I'm still not even close to hitting the ground. Oh god. Maybe if I can land in that water, I'll be good. I'll be good to go if I can land there. Let's see what happens. Oh jeez. No, no, no. Oh god, no, 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 no. Does the guard keep attacking me till I die?
He's gonna get a re-stealth.
I'm not sure.
He goosed.
You kidding me right now? Get off of me. Get off of me.
I can't attack him or I'd help you. Like, it won't let me attack him.
Alright, that boom getting up there. Wow, I always forget I have Shadow Step. I'm gonna Shadow Step to him.
Do it.
Oh, he's on the minus.
Oh my god.
Oh, I Shadow Step, but I fell off.
Oh, Darren.